He was a two-time state champ at Grant High School, a University of Oregon basketball Hall of Famer, and a two-time NBA All-Star. Portland's Terrell Brandon retired from the league in 2002, but he always kept a home court. TB is now celebrating the 25th year of his barbershop in Rip City.
Actually, it was a childhood dream of mine.
Terrell Brandon.
The early 90s were a cut above the rest for Portland native Terrell Brandon.
Much love to you now. Okay. I said, one of these days, I'm going to get me a barbershop.
The 1991 Pac-10 Player of the Year for the Ducks saw the birth of his first son, was drafted 11th overall by the NBA's Cleveland Cavaliers, and bought an old gas station on Northeast Alberta Street.
Growing up, I used to pass by here all the time, and I want to figure out what I can do to not only generate income, but make a positive impact on the community. And getting a haircut is one thing that I know it never goes out of style.
Every single day I want to.
The styles may change, but the daily scene of Terrell Brandon's barbershop remains untouched.
We have people come in, not just to get a haircut, but just to socialize, talk sports, of course, talk about the Blazers, talk about politics.
I have a request for you to sign some of these calves.
Hoops are at the heart of the shop. Brandon was just 7 years old, the current age of the youngest of his two sons, when his beloved Trailblazers were world champs in the summer of '77. And little TB was on the parade route.
I remember Bill Walton being upset because someone took his bike when he got on the mic, you know what I'm saying? And we were all cracking up laughing. We thought it was funny.
Terrell's game was serious in the NBA.
Terrell Brandon.
Peaking in the mid-90s, back-to-back All-Star game nods in '96 and '97.
Just to be accepted by the greatest players in the world, for them to tell me that I deserve to be there, man, it was all Portland, man. I was hyped.
Even landing on the cover of Sports Illustrated, the tagline, the NBA's best point guard.
So I was a marked man, so I never wanted to believe it.
While Brandon never suited up for the Blazers, he sure thought about it, but not while Damon Stoudemire wore that scarlet and black.
Well, Damon's my boy, that's my baby, Once Damon came here, that dream just kind of went out the door.
While with the Cavs, Terrell held a kids camp that hosted a certain middle schooler from Akron, Ohio, LeBron James.
I believe he was in the 8th grade. And
he was already a big dude.
He was already taller than me and bigger than me already, and I was in the NBA.
After an 11-year NBA career with stops in Cleveland, Milwaukee, and Minnesota, the barbershop has been Terrell's everyday home court since retiring in 2002.
The games you miss, but particularly the playoffs. That's when your hands get a little spongy every year around that April time. So every once in a while, when I watch the playoffs, I got to rub my hands a little bit to get that flashback.
While you won't catch him cutting any hair, the boss is known to sweep up and take out the trash.
We're family-oriented, but we're all about making sure that people can pay their rent. That's what it's all about, man.
It's family first in the barbershop. Terrell employs some of his cousins while running the fast break on TB Enterprises.
I have a dog grooming on Ainsworth in Mississippi. It's called Show Dogs Grooming. I have a limousine service here at the shop, and I have a cigar bar here at the shop and the barber shop. So I'm keeping myself busy. Payroll is still the same.
Yeah, next month, Brandon expects to launch a podcast called Welcome to the Compound, so we have a look out for that. He always would like to get back into the NBA as well, in an executive role. The first barber he hired in the early 90s, the same kid who used to cut his hair while they attended Harriet Tubman Middle School. How about that?
Thanks for watching Oregon Sports Final, your complete look at sports in the Northwest. First, live, local.